What has to happen for Western women to wake up and get real with themselves and each other about the state of feminism and patriarchy today? My friend and I were talking tonight about a lot of things, but about women who refuse to take ownership of their own actions, and women who blame everything they've done with their lives on patriarchy, and how annoying it is that though we do live in a patriarchy and though it does affect our lives, as adults, we still do have choices and opportunities to change our lives and to live our lives in a certain way, and in a way that is least touched by patriarchy. But yet women won't do this and still continue to insist that it's patriarchy's fault. Okay. And then my friend mentioned the movement in Korea. What's it called? Destroying the corset, escaping the corset, I think. And she mentioned how she thinks about women in Korea who literally have been beaten and threatened and financially compromised for not performing femininity, but they still have these like mass head shaving groups, and they like fight back, and they're fighting back against the spy cams. And like, I said to her, what's happening in Korea is never going to happen in the West. I live in Canada, she lives in Australia, so that stuff is never going to happen here or in the States. It's just not, because what my friend said was not for a lack of trying, it's just that we're so ununified, and I totally agree, because plenty of us do try, but the vast majority don't. The Korean women who are fighting back, they see what's happening to them and other women as a violation and as the degradation that it is, whereas Western women call all of that shit empowering. It's incredibly disheartening. It's incredibly frustrating. It's incredibly sad that so many women, even when they are educated about feminism and patriarchy, continue to choose patriarchy. I struggle very much with with accepting it, with tolerating it, that you can be educated on the subject, you can be knowledgeable, but yet you'll still choose to participate in it. I think it's very different when you have women who really don't know anything about feminism, or they, have never sought out that information themselves. Like, you can't do what you don't know. But when women who call themselves feminists refuse to stop playing patriarchy's game, is like a fucking stab in the gut. And I have one of my very first videos, maybe first or second videos, was about the idea of how feminists should have empathy. I fucking hate that word so much. Do not bring the word empathy into discourse. I can't tolerate it. But I don't have empathy for women who know better but don't choose to do better. That's like, how can you be anything but an enemy of feminism when you know better and won't choose to do better? Oh God, it's incredibly disheartening and frustrating and upsetting and sad and I've said it in another video before, but you can't be what you can't see, which means that we need more representation. Representation matters, but we need more visibility and representation of women who don't participate in patriarchal bullshit, who won't put up with it, who won't play the game, who won't do the femininity, who will hold men and women accountable for their patriarchal crap. You have to just do it. You can stop performing femininity. You can stop choosing men. You can stop being a male-oriented person who puts men and maleness first in your life. You can choose women. You can do it. It would be nice if more women would start.